You're listening to Voice of Israel.
Voice of Israel presents Inside Israel Today with Gil Hoffman.
Hello and welcome to Inside Israel Today on another beautiful day here in Jerusalem. It could be that more than 1,000 people came out because of Lapid. People have been very quick in Israel to eulogize Yair Lapid, to say that his political career is over. That's certainly what Netanyahu intended when he gave Lapid the job of finance minister, a thankless job that if you do it well, you won't get credit for it, and if you do it poorly, it could end your political career. Lapid even said last night that that's why Netanyahu gave him the job. But the huge amount of people there maybe were an indication that Lapid's career is not over. I've been told, not just by Lapid's people, but by people who've actually attended events that don't have an interest in Lapid doing well, that he's getting huge crowds everywhere he goes. Larger crowds than Isaac Herzog, who people see as the leader of the center-left in Israel today. And I totally understand. Herzog is trying to build himself up, his personality and everything, but is he entertaining? No, not really. He's entertaining the way your cousin is entertaining, you know? Sometimes it's nice to hang out with your cousin, but do you want to actually listen to him talk? Not really. I mean, I get paid to do it, but you don't. So, but Yair Lapid, listening to him is fun. Regardless of political views, whatever, I would actually go and listen to him even if I wasn't being paid, because he's an entertaining guy. He's funny, he's charming, especially in his British accented English that he got from being raised in England. His father was the London correspondent for the Ma'ariv newspaper when he was a kid. And he tells good jokes. Last night he even said that he loves country music. And the MC of the show, Natalie Solomon, is from Birmingham. So Yair Lapid started talking about Blake Shelton and other country music stars. He was totally up to date. It was impressive. And so last night was perhaps a sign that the Yesh Atid party really does still have a chance to do better than people are expecting in this election. There are people have been saying that the 10 to 12 seats they're getting in the polls, it doesn't reflect the actual numbers, that there are a lot of young voters who the pollsters just don't reach. You never know. But this Natalie Solomon, who interviewed Lapid after he spoke last night, who interviewed him in front of the crowd, she asked really good questions. And one of the questions that she asked there was, you're talking about change, but that's what you told us 2 years ago. Now you've been the finance minister for a couple years. Why should we trust you? You can hear his answer over here.
So 2 years ago, we were lucky enough to have you right after you announced your candidacy, and we're honored to have you again. And back then you talked about change, and you said now is maybe the moment, the opportunity for change. You just said that maybe the silver lining of this calling for a new election in the middle is an opportunity for change. What makes now different than 2 years ago?
It is not different in the sense you are describing it, because we have changed a lot. One of the things we sucked in was explaining to the people what we changed. But for example, I've mentioned the equality of burden. This was a wound in the heart of the Israeli, that was bleeding in the heart of the Israeli society for decades. And we have fixed that. And I talked about, let me give you an example. For years and years, Israel has neglected the Holocaust survivors. And if you ask today a Holocaust survivor in this country, has things have changed for you, he will say dramatically. Because they opened one day the bank account and they found money there that was, I don't know if enough, but at least significantly more money than before. And when they went to Kupat Cholim, when they went to healthcare, they discovered that they get the medicine for free. So we have done a lot. And our Knesset members have passed a tremendous amount of bills to help, in order to help the public. So we have done a lot. We didn't publicize it enough, but we've done a lot. And what we're saying is, we don't want this change to stop. We want this to continue. We want this to facilitate itself into the life of the people.
So that's Yair Lapid, really defending himself quite well about what he accomplished and how he can still ask for change, even though he's part of the establishment this time around, an establishment that people are quite angry about. Now, another clip that I thought was really interesting was when he talked about his political future. I'll let you listen, and then we'll talk more about it.
Okay, so I asked you a few tough questions. Now I'm going to give you a freebie. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. You want to be our prime minister?
Is this a freebie?
I'm asking. Do you want to be our prime minister?
I am. Listen, you bring in the polygraph. I am not in it for a job for myself. I had a better job than any politician in the state of Israel before coming into politics. I'm telling you, being on television was fun. I made a lot of money. I was famous. I was liked.
No one fired you.
And no one fired me. I only resigned every now and then. So I'm telling you, I'm not there for the job. I will do everything that my country asks me to do. I will go to any office that I would feel useful for the good of the people, and I don't want to make this into a person. I know you're asking a question that. I
mean, it's Yesh Atid, led by Yair Lapid. It's
yes,
kind of
I know.
a personal thing.
Yes, I know. Well, it is our party, and we did that because when we established the party, nobody knew what the name of the party was. At least they knew my name, so we put it all together. But I'm telling you, I'm not there for myself, and I'm not. Your question is rooted into American politics that are very personal. It is different here. So I'm telling you, I don't care which job I will have. I only care which is the best way for me to work for you.
That's Yair Lapid with really, again, giving a really good answer to this question about his political future. You can believe him or not about this whole idea of serving the people, but unlike other politicians, he really can get another job and be all right. He really has taken a risk in his career by doing what he's doing politically right now.